Today I'm bringing back a series that I forgot about, and that series is my full face of makeup I forgot about series. The first time I filmed one of these videos was over 2 years ago, and it's been like a year since I have filmed one, so I thought it would be fun in honor of the type of content that I've been posting recently. Sort of like the uninfluencing vibe is kind of where we're going. We're decluttering. We are not pushing over consumerism, and we're just trying to rediscover things that we have and love. So today I picked out a full face of makeup products that I haven't used in a very long time. Some of them I haven't ever used. So we're gonna try these products out and see if there's a need for them in my collection. If you guys like this type of content where we're focusing on things that we already have and rediscovering things that we forgot about and love, then make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out so much when you guys like and comment on my videos. So let's go ahead and get started. I will have these products linked down below in the description box in case you are interested in checking any of them out. First up, we are starting with the YSL Blur Primer. I have had this for a very long time. I bought this when I was on a makeup spending rampage, and I know that I spent a lot of money on this. I don't know how much this is. If I had to guess, I'm guessing like 70 bucks. I don't know, actually, let's go ahead and look it up and find out. $56, so not quite as bad as I expected, but that's still a lot of money for a primer, and I definitely have not gotten my money's worth out of this product. So I couldn't tell you the last time that I used this primer, so we are going to try it out today. I don't know if I like this. I don't know what it feels like. Right away it has that like silicone feel, which isn't necessarily my favorite. It does have little like gold sparkles in it, which I do kind of like, but very silicone-y, very oily feeling. These are not my typical choice when it comes to primers, so we'll see how this works. It has a light perfumey type fragrance, but nothing too overpowering. It just feels so oily. I don't know why these like silicone primers feel like that, and they're always like the mattifying blurring ones that feel so like ugh. Next up, we're going in with a product that I have never used before. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I don't know if this shade is gonna work for me. I have it in the shade Light 60N, so hopefully it does, but as you can see, the pump has never been pumped. So we are going to put some of this on my sponge, and hopefully this color works. I think it will. Oh, that's actually a pretty nice color. It also has really good coverage. Okay. This is good. This is like one of the products I was most worried about, because one, if the shade didn't work, then it was already gonna make me not like it as much. But also, you know, this is like the foundation of our makeup. It's make or break. So this is what 2 pumps of the foundation looks like on my skin. Definitely not like the fullest coverage I've ever seen. So I'm gonna add like a tiny bit more and just see if I can kind of like spot conceal some of these like darker breakout areas. I gotta say though, I am pretty happy with that. Like, I expected that it was gonna be good because I love the Pretty Fresh concealer, but I really like the way that this looks on my skin. So we are off to a fantastic start. For concealer, we're gonna go in with the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. I used to love this concealer. I have never had an issue with it. I just know that this is really old, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to declutter this after today. Let's see. Probably should have smelled it before I put it on my face. It smells fine, so hopefully we're good, but I do know that this is an older product, so this will probably be the last time that I use it for a while. I would say that I would repurchase it, but I do not need to be repurchasing any concealers at the moment, so let's go ahead and blend this out. This is definitely very full coverage, and like I said, I have never had an issue with this concealer. I've always loved it. This is in the shade 2. I think I normally like the shade 3, but I think I actually decluttered the shade 3 when I did my everyday makeup drawer update a couple days ago, so it was time for these concealers to go. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with powder now. I have the Jaclyn and Robin powder. This is the Powder Move Loose Setting Powder. I have it in the shades Sheer Fair and Sheer Light. I don't know which one I want to use, so I think I'm gonna swatch both of them because I don't remember which shade works for me. So I'm gonna swatch them and then figure that out. out. I think I'm gonna go in with Sheer Light, which is the darker of the two. And I'm just gonna take this brush. This is the F16 from Blinged Brushes. This is from their Starry Night collection. And I'm gonna tap into that powder and then start by setting my under eye area. Sheer Light is definitely the color that I would use. I could use Sheer Fair under my eyes if I wanted to, but I think Sheer Light is my preferred shade. Now that my face is set, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. So I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty micro shade brow pencil, and I'm also going to be using the NYX brow glue. Both of these are brow products that I have used and loved, but it's been quite some time since I have used them, so I thought this was a good time to bring these back. This pencil is super precise and fine. You have to be pretty careful with it, but I don't really do too much to my brows. I actually need to clean up my brows. I've been saying this for like months at this point, but I just like to use a brow pencil just to kind of even out my arches a tiny bit. But most of my brow routine comes from my clear brow gel, so we're gonna be using the NYX brow glue, which I have really enjoyed. They do have a tinted version of this, but I'm a clear brow gel gal, so this is what I stick to. Now it's time for the moment of truth, because I'm gonna be using a bronzer that I've never used before. I've had this for a while. I'm scared that the shade is gonna be too light for me. I'm so scared. That's kind of why I haven't used it until this point. So I'm gonna go in with the F15 from Bling Brushes. This is a clean one, so we will see if this is too light for me or not. I'm just gonna start by applying this. I have this in the lightest shade. This is Fair 1. I think we'll do one side of my face. I'm seeing some color, so this is a good sign. I grabbed another bronzer too, just in case, but we'll see if you can even tell a difference with this product on my skin, or if I made a mistake by purchasing the wrong shade. I would say you can definitely see it. I have it on this side and not on this side. You can kind of see it right here, but this shade is definitely too light for me, so unfortunately, maybe I can like mix it. Maybe I can make it work because I wanted to love this product and I feel like I would love it. I feel like it's gonna like blend out so well on my skin if I just only had the right shade. This is like maybe like a tan powder, like face powder shade for me. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna work for me today. So I brought another bronzer. This is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Bronzer. This is actually in my everyday makeup drawer, so I thought I would kind of grab this as well. And this is actually kind of, not that it's too deep for me, but it definitely is on the darker side when it comes to the bronzer shades that I typically use. So we're kind of mixing our deeper bronzer with our lighter bronzer. See, you can already like see such a big difference when I use this product. This is in the shade 04. I would say 03 is my personal favorite shade, but I think I might have decluttered that. I must have, because I only had a mini and I was like, oh, I'll just keep the bigger one, but the bigger one still works for me, but I would say that I personally prefer shade 3. For blush, I am trying this product out from Milk Makeup. This is the Lip and Cheek stick in the shade Dash. So I have never used this before. So I'm gonna take the plastic cap off, and then I'm gonna take a brush. I guess we'll go with another F15. I think I'm just gonna like, can I like draw directly onto the bristles? I don't know if this is gonna be ideal. Maybe I'll put it on the back of my hand. Oh wow, it's very sheer. Like extremely sheer. This might be too sheer for what I'm looking for today. So maybe I'll need something else. I don't wanna like draw it directly on my cheeks, only because I don't wanna like disrupt the powder and everything that we have going on. So I think this would be really pretty on a no makeup day, but I definitely want the blush to show up. So it's showing up a little bit, but I want something more. So let me go grab another blush really quick. But I'm gonna put this on my other side of my cheek so that, you know, so that it's even though you like can barely see it. So I decided to replace it with another cream blush. So we have This one from Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Nearly Neutral. I'm just gonna take that same brush and we're just gonna kind of swirl it around in here. I have no idea how pigmented this is gonna be, so we're just gonna start off with a little bit. Ooh, that's so pretty. I'm kind of doing like a stippling motion just to help blend it evenly. This is really pretty. I know Rare Beauty is like super popular right now, and I have honestly been loving their products. I wasn't the biggest fan at first. I didn't love their foundation and concealer when I first tried it, and then I think I tried something else from them, and again, wasn't like the biggest fan. But then I got their highlighter. Their highlighter is what like shook me, and it's like my favorite highlighter ever right now. The Positive Light Soft Touch highlighter. Love it so freaking much. The one that's really popular right now. And I had like some of their other products. We're actually gonna be using another one. This is an eyeshadow palette that I bought from them a long time ago. This I bought a long time ago, never used it, maybe used it once, I don't know. It was swatched, but I don't know if I've ever actually used this on my skin until today. I have a few of their liquid blushes, their liquid highlighter. I have a lot of their products, so I'm excited to finally use this palette that I've had for so long and have literally never used. So let's go ahead and do that. I just have some concealer and foundation on my eyes from before, so I'm just gonna kind of tap that to blend it out. And let's go ahead and tap into this palette. I think I'm gonna start with this middle like crescent right here. It's kind of like a peachy color. I'm gonna take this on a fluffy brush. Wow, that looks like it's gonna be really pigmented. And I'm gonna start by taking that through my crease. I feel like I've seen mixed reviews on these palettes in particular, so I haven't seen like rave reviews, but I feel like people generally think that they're like okay and fine, so I'm interested to finally try out this formula. There's a massive pressed glitter in the middle, which I'm personally kind of excited about. I used to wear pressed glitter every single day and I love glitter and sparkly things. So far I really like this color. It's super blendable. It's very pigmented. I'm just going in with like a tiny bit at a time because I can tell that it's very pigmented. And I would prefer to build up that pigment as I go. So I'm just like lightly tapping in each time, but I'm very impressed with this matte eyeshadow formula so far. I love the peachy color. We're off to, honestly, this has been a very great full face of makeup I forgot about so far. I've had some pretty rough ones. Now I am going to take this shade right here, the little crescent closest to the middle. The diagram on the back always confuses me, so like I never know if it's mirrored or what, but I'm gonna take this color right here. It's kind of like a metallic shade, and I'm just gonna put this on my lid. Oh wow, definitely a duochrome, not what I was expecting. It's like peach to like hot pink. That's not really what I wanted. Now I'm gonna take the lighter one, the lighter like metallic shade, and we're just gonna kind of cover that up a little bit and see how that looks. Okay, I'm liking that a lot better already. So I'm gonna do what I did and put the shade that I didn't necessarily want on my eye first, just because we have to keep things even. And then we're gonna go in with the lighter kind of peachy champagne shimmery shade and just tap that right on top. I will say these like shimmery shades aren't very metallic. I would call them like satin, maybe like a little bit more sparkly or shimmery than satin, but they're not very like metallic, not very, you know, I'm not overly impressed. I think it's a nice formula for a satin, but I want some sparkle. So now we're gonna go in with the pressed glitter. I'm just gonna like tap it onto my lid with my finger. I'm just gonna kind of tap it all over. I do have a little bit of fallout, but it looks like that shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to just like wipe it away really easily. So I'm not going like super opaque with the glitter. I kind of just want like a dusting of glitter all over. I feel like I see what people mean when they say these palettes are just like okay. I think the mattes are pretty standout, and I definitely loved the matte shade that I used. The shimmery shades, I would call them satins, and then the glitter is, it's really pretty. It's not like the most amazing pressed glitter that I've ever used, but it's sparkly and pretty, and you know, it looks nice. So we'll see how it all looks pulled together at the end. For highlighter, what did I grab? Oh, I grabbed this Natasha Denona highlighter. Who remembers this? I used to wear this all the time, like every single day. This was like my favorite highlighter for quite some time. So this is the I Need a Nude Glow highlighter from Natasha Denona. So let me find a highlighter brush. We are going to just, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so intense. Honestly, I forgot how intense this was. It kind of reminds me of the Amrezy highlighter from ABH, if you guys remember that one. It's so smooth. I don't even know if they still sell this, but I love this highlighter. It also kind of reminds me of the Rare Beauty one, the new one that I was just talking about that I love so much, because it's like so smooth and shiny. I'm also going to add highlighter to my eyes, so I'm using my E22 from Bling Brushes. This is from my collaboration with them, and I'm going to apply that same highlighter to my brow bone as well as my inner corner. For lips, I have this Nude Sticks that is literally still sealed, so we are going to open this up and try this out. This is the Gel Color Lip and Cheek Balm in the shade Babe. Oh my goodness gracious. That was literally still sealed. You saw me take the plastic off, and there's like stuff all over the tip of this. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but I almost put that on my lips. I don't know what that is. We're just gonna put that back on, and that's gonna go in the trash. See, this is such a problem. Like, I don't even know when I got that. I would not have thought that that was that old, because so frustrating. This is why we don't need massive collections. All right, so instead, I actually was gonna put that on first and then put this gloss on from Catrice. But we're just gonna put the gloss on. This is the Powerful 5 Liquid Lip Balm in the shade Lychee Glaze. I have this in my everyday makeup drawer. So this I know is not that old because they sent this to me in PR. It's a really pretty like pink color. I accidentally moved my camera, so I'm sorry. But it's a really pretty pink color, light pink, pretty sheer on the lips. It does it have sparkle? Yeah, it does have some sparkle in there. But it says it has vitamin E, shea butter, green tea, goji berry. So it's like a lip balm, I guess, like a tinted lip balm, but I really like this. So we're also gonna try this out from Catrice. Again, never tried this. This is the Prime and Fine Multitasking Fixing Spray. So nice sprayer. Let's get it. Oh, and it smells good. I'm just gonna spray this a couple times. I guess it says prepares the skin, improves makeup wear, and refreshes the complexion. So you can spray this before, during your makeup, after you're done applying your makeup, just kind of whatever you're feeling. So we used it as a setting spray today. And now finally for mascara, we have this one here from Ilia. I just picked one that was in my everyday makeup drawer so that I didn't open up a new mascara. So this is the Limitless Lash Mascara. I have two of them. I didn't know that I had two of them, so they're both open. I don't know which one is newer or if they're both the same basically. So I'm going to apply this and then I will be back with my final thoughts. I had to go change my camera battery, so sorry that the frame changed, but it's time for final thoughts. Here's what the makeup is looking like. I think it looks really cute. I'm actually very impressed. I always wonder how these looks are gonna turn out when I just kind of like blindly grab a full face of makeup. Like usually I kind of have a plan. Like I'm like, okay, if I know I'm using the Huda Beauty primer, maybe I should use the Huda Beauty foundation. And I kind of try to like go with like a theme, matte makeup, dewy makeup, you know, natural, light coverage, full coverage, whatever. But when I do these videos, I just like blindly look at each drawer individually and look for a product that I have not used in a very long time or ever. So considering that that was my method when it came to picking out this makeup, I am very impressed with how my makeup turned out. So starting in the beginning, I love the way that my complexion looks. I love the pairing of this primer with this foundation. I think that it looks fantastic. I got lucky with the foundation shade. I feel like it matches me pretty well. It might be like a tiny bit pink compared to my natural skin tone, but I can't really complain. I feel like it's as close as I could get. I hate applying these primers. I feel like it looks really nice on my skin. You know, my skin looks really good. My pores aren't over exaggerated or anything, so I'm happy with how it looks, but it just always feels uncomfortable to me to apply these primers. I'm gonna keep it in my everyday makeup drawer. We're gonna continue trying that out. I love this foundation. Great first impression. I let it sit on my skin a little bit before setting with powder, and it actually has a really nice like natural finish. It's not overly dewy or shiny even without powder, which I can appreciate as someone with oily skin. For concealer, I love this concealer. Great full coverage product. I just know that this is really old, so we're gonna go ahead and actually declutter this. I wasn't planning on necessarily decluttering anything from this video. I just wanted to try products that I knew that I hadn't used in a while, so it's nice to kind of filter some things out along the way. For powder, I love this powder. I think this is a fantastic powder. It doesn't leave a white cast, looks really natural on the skin, has like a soft finish. I think this is a fantastic powder. And again, the shade that I used was Sheer Light, but I definitely could use Sheer Fair as well, especially as like an under eye brightening, a little bit more of a brightening powder. These don't have much pigment to them, which I like. I like that it's not, you know, it gives you some like wiggle room when it comes to setting your makeup. So I think this is a fantastic product and definitely gets a thumbs up from me. For bronzer, I am very sad. I have been facing this inevitable truth that this is too light for me. I saw somebody recommend that I just purchase the refill of shade 2 so that way it's cheaper, and I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing because yeah, I could honestly use this as a setting powder like in the summer, so I'm not gonna throw this away because that would be a waste of product, and I still think that I could get some, you know, use out of this, just not as a bronzer. So this is gonna be my summer setting powder. But the Laura Mercier bronzer I actually love, and I knew that I love this. You can see I've used it a bit. You can see it's a baked product, so I haven't hit pan by any means, but I think this is fantastic. I love that it has the slightest bit of sheen to it. I just think that it looks really nice and natural, so that's a fantastic product. For blush, definitely feeling this Rare Beauty blush. It's really pretty. I feel like this color, it looks very like mauve-y, which it is, but I feel like this shade would look good with a warm toned eye look, kind of like what I have going on today, or a cool toned look. Like I feel like this is a very kind of like versatile blush. Like I could go with pretty much anything, even though it does kind of appear to be a little bit more cool toned. I think that's great. And also I was glad I got to at least try this Little Milk makeup blush. I think that this would be more like a concealer day where you're not putting on like foundation and everything and you just wanted a little bit of flush to your cheeks. I think that would be the proper use for this, or you can use it for your lips as well. So I really liked it. It wasn't what I expected. I thought it was going to be super pigmented, but I like it for what it is. This highlighter is fantastic. I freaking love this highlighter. This was like my favorite highlighter for quite some time, and I don't know if they still sell this. I hope they do because it's fantastic. It's so good. I will say, I don't know. I feel iffy on the eyeshadow palette. I don't think it's bad. I just kind of expected more. Like I think it's good, but it's not anything spectacular or overly special. So the color story isn't my favorite, but also like, I don't know, I just like metallic shades that have like almost like a wet look to them, and that is not what this is. It does have that big pressed glitter, which I hope you guys can see the glitter on my eyelids. It's really pretty. It is, and I'll definitely continue to use this, but this is definitely not my favorite Rare Beauty product. I was very disappointed by this, opening that and it being funky looking. The Catrice Lip Gloss Balm type thing. It's the liquid lip balm. I think this is fantastic. It feels really good on my lips. It doesn't have much of a scent. It's a really pretty, very sheer light pink color. This is my type of color, so I love this. I think this would also look great on top of lip liner, but this is really, really good if you're looking for a new lip gloss. We have the Catrice Prime and Fine setting spray, or I guess primer, setting spray, whatever you want to use it for. I really like the sprayer on this. It smells really good. Can't complain on that. I love this mascara. This Ilia mascara is so good. I love the brush. It has this unique shape to it where on one of the sides it has really long spikes. And I love to use that to almost like comb through and like separate my lashes. I don't know what it is, but this is a fantastic mascara. And I will absolutely purchase the full size of this once I go through some of the ones that I'm currently working through. I love that mascara. It's so good. I've never seen a single person talk about it before. I feel like that's underrated and you guys should definitely check it out. And then finally we have brow products. I like both of these brow products. This brow glue is no joke. It looks a little scary at first because it looks like you have glue in your eyebrows, but then it dries and you can't tell anymore that there's any, you know, it doesn't look like there's glue in your brows anymore. It dries clear. It is a clear product, but it dries even more transparent, so can't complain about the brows. Both of these products are great, and if you are looking for the most precise brow pencil I've ever used, this Huda Beauty one is, look no further than this one. So overall, I think the makeup turned out pretty great and I'm very happy with it. So like I said, I will have these products linked down below. It's so fun to kind of like retry old favorites and try things for the first time that I've had just sitting in my collection waiting to be used and kind of having a first impression. And it's also fun to try products that I know that I love with other products that I wouldn't normally pair them with. So overall, I think the makeup paired pretty well today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you in the next one. Bye.